It was supposed to be an unforgettable midnight adventure, a road trip with my tight-knit group of friends, Christy, Jake, and Maria. Our laughter echoed through the car as we sped down the lonely road, surrounded by the mysterious darkness of the forest. The excitement turned to suspense as our car, a trusty companion on many journeys, betrayed us. The engine sputtered and groaned, and then silence enveloped us like a heavy fog. The only sounds were the distant howls of the forest. Stranded in the dead of night, we scanned our surroundings for help. The moon cast eerie shadows among the trees, and a chill settled in the air. I couldn't shake the feeling that something, or someone, was watching us. As we fumbled with the engine, a haunting howl echoed through the trees. Panic set in. We exchanged nervous glances, realizing we were lost in a forest that seemed to come alive with each gust of wind. The howls grew louder, transforming the once familiar woods into a labyrinth of uncertainty. Our phones, reliable companions in most situations, betrayed us too. No signal, no GPS, we were truly alone. Anxiety simmered among us as we contemplated spending the night in the forest, shrouded in its mysteries. Christy, brave and adventurous, proposed we venture into the woods to find help. We hesitated, fear dancing in our eyes. Yet, the fear of the unknown outweighed the fear of the forest. Armed with flashlights, we delved into the shadows. The deeper we went, the more the forest seemed to close in on us. Twisted branches reached out like skeletal fingers, and the rustling leaves whispered secrets that sent shivers down our spines. Christy led with unwavering determination, her flashlight cutting through the darkness. The forest, however, had other plans for our journey. Strange sounds enveloped us, distorted whispers that played tricks on our minds. Our steps quickened, and the shadows seemed to morph into shapes that danced just beyond our line of sight. As the wind howled, a deep voice resonated through the trees. It was as if the forest itself was speaking, urging us to turn back. Panic set in, and we questioned our decision to leave the safety of the car. Just when we thought we couldn't go any further, we stumbled upon an old cabin hidden among the trees. Relief washed over us, and the creaking door swung open with an eerie invitation. We entered cautiously, grateful for a temporary sanctuary. Inside, the air was heavy with the scent of damp wood, and a thick layer of dust-coated forgotten furniture. The cabin seemed frozen in time, as if the world outside had moved on, leaving this place untouched. As we explored, the wind outside howled with increasing intensity. Shadows danced on the cabin walls, and the forest seemed to protest our intrusion. The deep voice returned, louder and more insistent. Fear pulsed through our veins. Christy, ever the adventurer, approached an old mirror hanging crookedly on the wall. A reflection stared back at her, not her own, but a spectral figure in a tattered white dress, with long, flowing black hair covering her face. Panic gripped us. We were not alone. In that moment, the wind howled in a crescendo, revealing its true nature. The haunting voice, the spectral figure, it was all a prank, an elaborate setup by our friends who had managed to repair the car. Laughter erupted from the shadows as the cabin transformed into a place of reunion rather than fear. Relieved and slightly annoyed, we realized our friends had orchestrated the scare of a lifetime. The forest, once a malevolent force, became the backdrop for a memorable prank. The wind that seemed to speak in tongues was merely the laughter of friends who had hidden in the shadows. As we left the cabin and returned to the car, the forest watched in silent approval. The moon cast its glow on our faces, revealing a mix of fear, relief, and laughter. The adventure had taken an unexpected turn, and the forest, with its ancient secrets, had played its part in our unforgettable night. And so, we continued our journey, friends forever bound by the tale of the haunted forest, a story we would tell with laughter and fondness, making every midnight adventure a chapter in our shared history.